The first tip that I recommend doing is asking yourself, why are you learning the program? I mean, this may sound, something so simple or, just common sense type of stuff while you're learning the program. But knowing why you're learning the program will help you learn it faster. Knowing what your end goal is. Like you want to learn how to model cars. You want to learn how to model airplanes, boats, houses, or anything. At least know why you're learning that program. If you don't know why you're learning it, most likely you're not going to learn the program. Like me, I started learning CAD because I wanted to model molds and airplanes, so I won't have to make plugs and molds. I can just go ahead and mold them up, and not a lot of physical work. So that's why I learned it. So therefore, ask yourself, why am I learning this? You're most likely to stick with it if you know what your end goal is. Tip number 2 is have a plan of how you're going to learn it. Whether you're going to go to school to learn it online, or actually go to a physical brick and mortar building to learn it, or you're going to watch YouTube videos to learn the CAD program. At least you'll have a plan. Know that plan and stick to that plan. If you don't have a plan, you're going to go about trying to learn it all willy-nilly and stuff like that, and you probably won't end up learning it. But if you're like most people learning CAD, you're going to be watching a lot of YouTube videos. So if you're watching a lot of YouTube videos, find a program or a certain model on YouTube that you want to learn how to do, and the program takes you from knowing nothing about CAD, so it takes you from a beginner to somewhat proficiency at using CAD. So whether it be a 30-day program, some people will teach you CAD by showing you a model and teaching you how to model that particular item from start to beginning, and explaining each step as they go along the way. But anyway, find yourself a good video that you like, and watch the series, whether it be, like learn CAD or blah, blah, blah in 30 days. Watch a few of those videos first, and see, do you like the way that series, or certain things, the way they're teaching you how to do. Make sure that you like it, because if you don't like the way the person's teaching or something, or you don't like what they're modeling, most likely you're not going to stick with it either, and you're not going to learn it. So again, you got to find a way that's going to keep you engaged in the learning process. Next tip to learning a CAD program faster, if you're watching YouTube videos on it. When you first watch the video, do not try to model the item along with the instructor who's teaching you how to do whatever they're teaching you how to do, because you don't know the program and you may not know where things are, and it just becomes frustrating and difficult, and again, you'll probably give up and say heck with it and move on to something else. So therefore, just watch the video the first time. Now, when you're watching the video that first time, jot down little notes of things that you don't understand just yet. And then, like I said, just watch the whole thing, jotting down little notes, and then watch the whole video. Now, once you've watched that whole video, the second time you watch the video, just focus on those areas that you do not understand, to try to get an understanding of those. You don't have to watch the whole video again. Just go to those areas where you didn't, you had troubles with and stuff like that. And once you get those tackled, now watch the video a third time. And this third time, now go ahead and start modeling with the instructor teaching you how to do the thing. And you'll find that it's a lot easier to do when you do it like that. And you learn a lot faster, so therefore you're learning CAD faster. Hotkeys. Hotkeys are very important to know to be proficient in modeling things in CAD. But in the beginning, hotkeys, you should not rely on hotkeys. You should know where the command is in the drop-down menus. The reason I say that is because when you go to that drop-down menu, let's say in Fusion, you want to know where the line command is. Now, if you know the hotkey, the letter L, you know, it's for hotkey. But if you do not know what that hotkey for that is, you will go to the drop-down menu and pull that menu down. Now, when that menu comes down, you will not only see the line command, you will also see the hotkey command for that command, also L, plus you will see a lot of other commands down there too with their hotkeys. So therefore, each time you pull down that drop-down menu, you will see all the other commands and the hotkeys. So you'll be familiar with all that stuff each time you pull down that the drop-down menu. So therefore, in the beginning, know where to find the command. Like I said, pull down that drop-down menu. You see, each time you do that, you see all the other commands all the time, and you see their correspondent hotkey. Now, later down the line, once you are proficient with modeling in the CAD software, yes, use those hotkeys. Those are going to get you for speed, to get you modeling faster with the using hotkeys. But in the beginning, you need to know where the command is, so you can learn where all the commands are, and you see them all the time. And you're like I say, each time you pull down that drop menu, you're going to see all these commands all the time and the correspondent hotkeys, and that will help you learn the CAD programs faster too. Okay, now let's talk about some tips that will help you model your designs faster. The first tip that I can give you, and this is the one, probably the most biggest tip there is just practice. And practice, practice, practice. And like I always do, before I start modeling something, what I do is look at it. Let's say, like, I don't know if you see this, just a small little servo here. Now, before I start modeling this in CAD, I'll look at this and see what problems I'm probably going to run into modeling this. And once I look at the problems and address those problems, then I think, how am I going to solve that? Okay, then I think about how I'm going to solve that problem. Then the problem gets solved in my head, and finally, when I sit down at the computer, I'm not wasting my time thinking about, okay, I just now ran into a problem. What am I going to do? I've already addressed that problem when I was in my just phase of just looking at the item and seeing how I'm going to model it. So again, before you start modeling, look at your subject, look at the difficult parts of it, try to understand how you're going to go about solving those difficult areas before you actually sit down and start modeling that item. For instance, like this servo here, as I look at it, I don't really see any difficulty modeling this servo here. To me, it's just a rectangle, extrude a rectangle, then do a sketch on this plane, top plane here, and the sketch would be an outline of this top here, then extrude that, then on this plane over here, draw another rectangle, extrude, and then draw a circle on top of that, and then cut a circle through there, and then mirror this over to the other side, then use my fillet and start filleting all around here. So just looking at that and knowing that before I sit down, that will help you design your models, or model your designs way faster as well. Another tip for helping you design faster: when you're sitting down practicing, try different ways of modeling things. You know, if you want to model a cylinder, you know, you can just draw a circle and extrude it, and then you have a cylinder. Or in some programs, you can select a form and cylinder and just go ahead and give dimensions, and there's your cylinder. Or you can draw a circle and then use an offset plane. and then draw another circle on that plane, and then loft the two circles together to give you a cylinder. So like you're saying, knowing all those different types of things and different types of tools that you can use to model something will help you model it faster too. And yeah, so always when you're just practicing, sitting there, try to model things different ways as well, because you don't know in the future you might have to design something using a different technique. Another tip, join different groups, different CAD groups to, let's say if you're SolidWorks or Fusion or Maya or Autodesk, anything, whatever group you're, not group, but whatever program you're using, join a group for that, because you can get a lot of help there, and you can help a lot of other people too. Like for instance, I like helping people model things, and I would say I get a lot of questions asking me how to do certain things or how I did certain things, or people asking for help with their particular models, and I like helping them. And the reason I like helping them is because it helps me too. It gives me practice, that all important practice that we all need to continue to get proficient and better at modeling. And so therefore I don't mind helping people when they ask me for help with their particular projects and stuff like that. But sometimes I go a bit overboard and end up doing the whole project. But again, that's just because I like helping people, and I'm like trying to get more proficient at modeling the stuff myself. So therefore, if somebody asks me how to, how would I go about modeling a certain type of airplane, and they, if I help a person do that, most likely I just end up modeling the whole airplane just because I want to, because that's it's helping me just as well as helping them. And then I go ahead and give them the files and tell them to look at the timeline. Well, if you're in Fusion, look at the timeline and see what I did to get to certain, specific things. And if they have any questions about what I did, just send me an email, and I'm more than happy to help them. But anyway, yeah, so helping people model everything like that, it will help you and help them as well. And the last thing I'm going to say here, a lot of these things may seem like common sense, but if you're, like I said, if you're new to CAD programming and stuff like that, it's not common sense. And because your mind is not thinking like this to try to learn things quick and everything. And if you don't have like good study habits and things like this, you'll get you won't stay focused, and your mind will wander and things. So just having, good practices and good study habits on how to study to learn the stuff really helps too. And one last thing, I think, if you can set aside some time every day, whether it be 15 minutes, 10 minutes, hour, 2 hours, if you can just set that time and just practice and just. Well, folks, that's all the tips for now that I can give you. And this is going to be, a series of tips that I want to give you guys on how to model stuff faster, and learning all the program faster and everything. So if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also like and comment down below. And also I invite you to join my Facebook group and my Patreon site. Both are CAD Build Fly RC. They're both named CAD Build Fly RC. Go ahead and check them out. And hope you guys have a great weekend and a great next week. And we will catch you in the next video.
Subscribe for more.